Hey, it's Larry Lursey. Welcome back to the channel. Today's tutorial is going to be quick and simple. Basically, it's how to add a border around your images just to give them a little bit nicer look, give it a little more complete look, and it's really quick and easy to do. Now let's roll the intro. Okay, so here we are in Photoshop, and this is the type thing we're trying to do. Just a simple outline around the image. Can be white, black. We'll show you how to do different colors. And I'm going to discuss two different reasons why you would need to do this, kind of two different situations. And we're going to start with the first one, which is just you like the look of it. Having that border around the image just kind of sets it out, especially if you're putting it online, I think, and just kind of sets it apart from other images that you see. So that's probably the simplest reason to do it, and let's jump right in and look at one. We're going to start out working with this black and white portrait. Now when you bring an image into Photoshop, a lot of times it will default here to this layer being called background, and it's locked. We can't really work with it in this state for what we want to do. So what you're going to have to do is double click on background. You can rename it if you want to, but we're just going to click OK. Now the FX, which was grayed out, is no longer grayed out, and that's what we're going to work with. So we're going to come down here and hit this little triangle down, and it's going to bring up these options, and we want to hit stroke. So now you can see we've opened up this layer styles and we're in stroke. There's a few different options here. We'll start at the bottom and work our way up, and the color is obviously the easy to see here that we've already kind of defaulted to a white border on this image. And you can go with white, you can click on that, and you can come in here and click whatever color you'd like. You could look at black, you could do a color like orange, like pink, something like that. In this case, let's stick with white for now. Hit OK. We're going to leave everything else pretty much how it will be. Opacity is at 100, blending is at normal. The position, though, needs to be set to inside. Inside is going to give us these straight edges like this, which is what we want. So make sure position is set to inside. Then finally, we're looking at the size. And this is just going to be a matter of dragging left and right until you decide how big of a border you want on the image. And let's just go with that for right now. I think that looks good. Hit OK. And you will see over here that we have set up, here's our layer, and then underneath we've got these little effects, and there's that stroke. And why this is so handy is because this gives us the ability to go back later if we decide, you know what, I think that white is too bright. I can click on stroke, double click on it, and change this color to black. And then we've got a black edge around it. I can decide I want it to be a little bit thicker. Whatever you want to do, hit OK. You can go back and change it as much as you want, or if you just decide, you know what, I don't like it, hit the little eye there to turn it off. Either way, but you've got so many options, and it really is quick to do. So let's look at this other image, and let's kind of discuss the other scenario where you would use this. Let's say, for example, you have this image of the dog, and you want to try and drop the image of the dog onto this white canvas. That's easy enough. We can just drag it across, drop it on the other one, and here it is. The problem is we can't tell where the image starts and stops, which sometimes is a problem, sometimes it's not. You might just, like in this case, maybe you're going to use this on a letterhead and you want it to be all white like that. But if you want to know where the borders are of this image, it's impossible to tell because they're both white. So the way we would fix that on something like this, zoom in just a touch. All we would do, we'd make sure we've got the layer of the dog selected, FX, stroke. It's already going to default to that black, which we used on the last image, but on this one, let's say we want to use this brown color that's in the dog. You go ahead and click color, and rather than using the box over here to pick the exact color you want, you can just use this eyedropper when you move out over the image and try a few of these different colors until you find kind of like a nice dark brown. You can see that, just kind of a chocolatey brown. Hit OK. There we go. We could make it a tiny bit smaller, like that. Hit OK. And there we go. Now we've got a boundary box around that, and it's in the brown color that matches the dog. and looks really nice. And again, it's really easy to go back and change that color later on. You can get rid of it altogether. Totally up to you. But it just kind of gives you a way to put a boundary around things and just set them off the page a little bit. You can really see it on this image, how having the dog within the frame really makes it jump out versus just having the dog sitting there kind of lost in a sea of white. So there you go. Told you it was going to be easy. If you found this helpful, make sure you click like. It really does help the channel. And I hope to see you again soon for more videos. Take care. Bye-bye.